you're ignoring your inner child. You're ignoring your foundation.
Yeah.
You're ignoring the blueprint of yourself. That's how you get lost.
If I'm out of alignment with myself and I know it, but you're satisfied with me, then I'm going to start to resent you and resent myself.
Everything you're chasing, those things will never make you content.
Yeah.
Because it's not you. If you're always chasing a trend, you're literally deflecting from what you want.
There's only one me, there's only one of all of us, and we all have a unique gift. Some are similar, but they're all meant to be expressed in different ways.
I think if more people were kind to themselves, they'd be able to see the world in a different way, in a way that's more aligned with what they want.
Just try to live as authentically as possible, and you'll get to where you want to go.
If somebody doesn't appreciate the flaws that you have that make you a whole being, then they're not part of your community.
Searching for the answers. I came a long way. They can't even fathom. I took it all away. All that I imagined. Been dreaming far away. I cannot go back now. So I'll take the long way home. Yeah. I'll take the long way home. I'll take the long way home.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Grassroots, Season 2, Episode 2. Today we're going to have a very important conversation about finding your voice, about how it is important to embrace your authenticity. And throughout life you may face challenges that kind of lead you in certain directions, but it is ultimately very important for you to come back to who you are and express yourself from an authentic perspective. So today, Miss Rose Thornberry, I have to come and speak with us. Come on, how are you?
I am good.
So,
Thank you
so
for
you got
my
the tea, of course, the tea, fries.
It's snowing, I need tea.
For sure. So start every episode off. How is life treating you right now?
That's a great question. I think life is treating me well. I'm busy. I am
That's a good thing.
stressed, but I like being stressed at times because it's just like, when you're not, I don't know, for me, if I'm not stressed, that means I'm not worried about something or not like looking forward to something or moving towards something. So it's like, I'm happy that I'm stressed. I feel blessed, and
What is this season? How would you describe it?
living in my purpose, for sure. For a while I was not, and I was kind of just talking about it and not actually doing it because of fear. And like, I'm finally just saying, like, I'm just getting out of my own way, if that makes sense, like, and doing what I've always wanted to be doing.
How did you get to that point?
A lot of discernment, a lot of shadow work, a lot of self-work. It's not easy at all.
No, it's not at all.
I recommend people do it, but it takes a lot of time. I'm still working on it, but that's probably like, the biggest thing I've been doing is just doing a lot of self-work and also a lot of self-accountability.
That's a big one.
It was hard to face myself sometimes, and I've realized people are actually very uncomfortable with themselves and being with themselves. And for me, that's never really been an issue on a surface level type of situation, but when it comes to like just sitting with myself for hours on end, my own thoughts, no music, no TV, no phone, I had to like start exercising that, and then like being accountable of what was coming forward and like my actions and like all of that. Like, self-accountability, I think, is something that isn't practiced enough.
It's hard to look in the miror. It's hard to like recognize.
I was going to say that. I think a lot of people don't even know how to look in the mirror physically.
No,
like,
facts.
For more than 10 seconds.
It's intimidating. It's definitely intimidating. It definitely is. I learned about mirror gazing. Mirror gazing, like just looking at myself for like an extended period of time to kind of face whatever it is that I'm feeling or dealing with. Learning that it's not like the physical body looking at me. It's like the spirit that's within that's looking at the vessel, and understanding that and differentiating the two. And coming to realize, okay, I'm here now and I have to embrace these feelings, these emotions I've been running from for so long. I know we talked previously about you in finding that voice, finding the strength, the will to express yourself from an authentic perspective. How does that translate into everything that you're doing now? And like, what's the difference between what you were doing?
I'm just a lot more sure of myself. After doing the work that I did, I've realized that it's like people are always going to have something wrong with what you say, what you do. But as long as you're okay with what you're doing and your foundational beliefs align with it, and like who you are to the core aligns with what you're doing artistically, what everyone says is just like take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
You don't have to always mold to what people think you should be. And for a while with music, I was molding to what people thought I should be and letting them just like put me in a box. And it's not what I wanted. And it came down to how I performed, how I looked, genre, like all of that. And now after doing the self work that I've been doing, I've realized I love the type of music that I was doing, but I don't feel fully connected to it.
Yeah.
So the music I'm making now is like I feel fully connected to it. That's why when we were talking about performing, I'm like, I'm not really nervous because I'm excited to like perform what I have.
Express yourself.
Yeah, exactly, because I feel fully connected to it. So I'd say that's the biggest difference, is that I'm sure of myself and I'm confident in my decisions.
Okay.
I mean, I have my moments where I'm like, I don't know about this one.
Yeah,
I don't know, like I need some sort of consultation or counsel or something like that. But, you know, it's just, it's part of being human, but I definitely am more sure of myself, for sure.
Were you frustrated in those moments where you kind of felt disconnected?
Yeah, but I didn't feel like I had an outlet to talk about it. So that's why I kind of looked within.
Okay.
It's kind of like a overarching theme of myself and my life, is that it's hard for me sometimes to articulate how I'm feeling in a way. I've gotten a lot better at it, but I don't know, I feel a lot and I care a lot and I express things in a way that I've noticed that other people don't know or don't understand themselves. So I've come to find out that people can only take as much as you give them based off of how much work they've done within themselves.
What their limit is, what their capacity is.
Their capacity is only as far as they'll go with themselves. And I had to learn that and also take myself out of situations like ego-wise and stuff like that, and be like, okay, just because they don't understand me doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Like I still was able to express who I am and how I am. It doesn't need to be understood. Like as long as I get it out of my brain type of thing. So, yeah.
I think you touched on something good about not taking it personal. That goes back to it because you don't want to set your bar where other people set the bar for you. It's like they don't understand your journey. You don't understand theirs. So it's like you don't know what they've been through, what their capacity is, what their limit is. And they're going through their own story. I think a lot of times as artists, creatives, we think that the opinions of other people hold so much weight because being vulnerable as an artist is something that it just comes with the territory. You know, you're expressing yourself, whether it be from a completely authentic place or not, it's still something that you're putting into the world. So it's like with you doing that, and then people may be critiquing it or whatever, it can be kind of disheartening, but to step back and be like, you know what, that doesn't define me. So you don't have to be frustrated about it.
No, you don't. And it's like, not having that constant feeling is such a sigh of relief. Like I'm so much less anxious. I'm so much less concerned about what other people are doing. Like it's a sense of freedom and peace that I never knew before. So I'm really appreciative for it.
For sure.
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. I'm not gonna
Why
lie.
music? Where did that start? Let's talk about that.
Oh my gosh. Why music? Where did it start? Why music? Because why not? But, all the way back to when I was a kid, I've loved music. I used it as an escape. As a kid, I was an escapist for sure. I didn't like school. I didn't necessarily like home. I would always go in my room or go somewhere where there was music. Or I would watch TV and get really excited for the jingles on the TV. You can ask my mom, like every single jingle I had memorized. To a T.
Okay.
So it's just like since a young age, I just felt very connected to it. But I didn't really think too much of it. I just treated it as something I was really happy with.
Kind of gave you peace.
Yeah. And then when I would sing, it's like, like I would sing and it's just like, well, I didn't think about a career in it. I was like, of course I was a little kid. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be a pop star, but like I didn't do the things to actually become one.
It was just like a dream.
Yeah. I remember one year I really was a pop star. My mom used to make all of our Halloween costumes. And I was like, I wanted to be a pop star so bad. I think I was like 8.
What was the outfit?
It was pink and silver, and it was iridescent, and it had like, she even made a little fabric microphone. My mom is a really good seamstress, by the way.
Okay.
And it had like a sash on it. It was great. It looked great, but
the whole hookup.
Yeah. But it wasn't until the 8th grade where I really was like, because I had really bad stage fright too. So I didn't express myself in singing when I started doing choir, probably like 5th grade, because I was deathly afraid of it. So scared. Environment, like what I was around, like all of that. I just self-doubt, all of that. Being a kid and nervous, stuff like that. I got bullied, so you know,
really?
Whatever. So it always made me reluctant to want a solo. And I remember my 8th grade graduation, I got a solo and I blacked out.
In a good way or a bad way?
I don't know. I blacked out. I don't remember anything.
Okay.
I just remember I turned around and everyone like was staring at me really weird. And I was like, what?
That's like a canon event.
Yeah. And I was like, what? And they're like, we didn't know you could sing like that. And then my music teacher she was like looking at me sideways. Like everyone was like, where did that come from? Like that? And because I would always tank auditions, always. So like that came out of nowhere. I don't know what came over me. But after that, I was like thinking about it. I was like, okay, it makes me happy. Obviously, it's some sort of talent there that can be refined. So in high school, I started just like getting more and more confident in it. I did some talent shows with some of my friends, still not solo, because you know the stage fright. And then as I got into college, I tried it and then gave it up because of things that's a longer story. But and then like 2019, I started actually like taking it seriously.
More serious?
Yeah, because I just like there was this one jam session that is still in Detroit. It's called Decipher.
Okay.
And they used to do live jam sessions, and I just saw how free-flowing music was again. Like I fell back in love with it in like a different way. So yeah, since then I've just been like giving it as much as I can.
So it's been a journey. It hasn't been like a straight shot type of thing.
No.
What have you learned since picking it back up about yourself?
What have I learned about myself?
Yeah, like how has this process like helped you evolve?
It's shown me how powerful like voices and words are. It's shown me how powerful, like even like for a while it showed me how powerful it was to other people, but it's even more powerful to myself. I was giving empowerment to other people but not to myself. So I learned a lot about myself through this process in the way of like what I'm giving to people I need to give to myself. And I wasn't doing that for a while with music. And then this new phase, I really am. I'm like, what I'm saying, I mean to myself and to other people. Like, I'm not just playing a role.
So is that where the character came in that you told me about? Like, you said you were playing a character before.
Yeah, so in Orem, I love that album. That is my baby. That was my first album ever. And I was playing a guide for people, though. Like, I was telling certain things about myself, but I was still holding back. And I was still caged in a way, vocally and sound and like sonically and lyrically. Like I was still holding back. And you can hear that, like compared to this music that I'm releasing soon. Lyrically or like sonically? Everything. Like maybe it's just me, but I can tell the difference. You can feel it, yeah. It feels more aligned right now. Yeah, the energy of it is so different. So yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that, but yeah. No, I mean, you touched on a lot of good points about just finding it, like finding yourself, like the people pleasing is something that a lot of artists deal with, because when you first put it out there, you want people to like it. Honestly, you don't want to put anything out there because you talked about taking those opinions personal. So when you put it out there, you may try to like mimic other things, or hey, look at what I'm doing. You like this? Like this is what you like. This is what's popular right now. But I think that can be it can lead a lot of us astray, because that
wave or that frequency or whatever is popular, it can change. And now it's like I've built my whole identity on something that isn't me.
That's so real.
So now I got to get back to who I am and even discover, because it's not an immediate process. You don't just find it.
And everything you're chasing, those things will never make you content because it's not you. Like you might feel connected to certain parts of the trends or whatever, but if you're always chasing a trend, you're literally deflecting from what you want.
It's like running away from the mirror that we talked about.
Yes, you become more and more uncomfortable with looking at yourself in the mirror because you're constantly trying to please other people. Like you said, people pleasing. So
you talked about like purpose. Did the love for music, the reestablishing of getting into music, did that come before purpose, or what did you find first?
I think I just found my purpose in music actually in the last year. Yeah, if I'm being honest.
And what is that, if you don't mind me asking?
My purpose in music is that I'm a vessel for moving people sonically, lyrically, or just as a woman in music, like just energy-wise. I've come to realize that I am a vessel, and that is it. I'm a middleman to whatever calling I have through this. I don't know the final destination of music, but I do know that this is a calling for me. Like it's just, there's too many occasions that it's so aligned. You know how when you like...
I was gonna say, like, do you feel more aligned right now?
Oh my gosh, yes. The amount of things that are just flowing towards me in the last year.
That's how you know you're moving in the right direction.
Yes,
when things just start happening, and it's not a coincidence.
And don't get me wrong, like it's still easy, like it's still hard. I mean, it's like I'm doing stuff all day, all the time for music, on top of like my normal job and everything like that. So it's not easy, but it's like getting more and more recognition and like blessings back. It's really rewarding.
You having more fun?
Yeah. I'm having a blast.
Really?
Okay, yes, I'm having a blast. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been so fun.
Talk about you say you got a performance this Saturday.
I do.
What are you doing?
I am performing at a small business event. So Phantasma Cafe is the place, and they are gonna have over 50 vendors for Small Business Saturday, because this year, I don't know if you noticed, but there's supposed to be a mass blackout all of holiday season from like big corporations.
Oh wow, I didn't know
So
that.
like there's like a movement to shop small businesses.
Okay.
And so
Definitely
this is an
need that.
event aiding that. Exactly, because there's so much in our own communities that we
A lot of
don't
talented
really,
people.
and we ignore it a lot because it's like Amazon gets here quicker or Amazon's cheaper or whatever. So I get the convenience, but sometimes, especially in the economy that we have in the state of our country, it's like you can't ignore it.
The world in general, society is crazy right now. It's too much going on.
It's a lot going on. I mean, this is something that I think our generation is like getting used to. Is like there's always something. There's always something. I think there's so many fan theories about like we all died after COVID, and now we're just like in like this like alternate universe and everything, because it's like there's always something, one after the other, and it's like that's the constant balance of life. It's like where there's good, there's bad. Where there's good, there's bad. It's like there always has to be something to the yin and the yang.
I think that's why a lot of us are so anxious. I think it's hard for people to get back to like creativity. I think with COVID and the pandemic, we got a chance to relax, and then to have so much thrust right back onto us is like it's a lot for people to deal with, and it's hard. And I commend you and anybody that's doing anything creative, because it's hard. Like it's hard to work.
I'm guilty sometimes being a creative and like posting stuff when things are happening in the world. I'm like, should I be posting something like lighthearted when, but it's like in times like that, it's like I remember I need stuff like that. When I feel really heavy, I need something lighthearted. I need something to make me laugh, like, and make my abs hurt. Like I want something like that when I'm like feeling really low. So I have to like snap myself out of it sometimes, be like, okay, no. Because something I post today might affect somebody in a way that they needed in that day, you know? So
I feel like as long as you're moving with intention, like you know your intention, you know your purpose, as long as you're moving in alignment with that, you shouldn't feel guilty about it. Because I mean, if you're trying to do something crazy just for clicks and views in the midst of a crisis, then relax a little bit. You gotta read the room.
Let's talk about it.
You gotta
like,
read the room.
There's so many bold people in this day and age of social media. It's crazy.
How do you think that affects the art?
Well, I'll touch on the AI artists.
I talked about that in the last one. How does that make you feel?
I'm insulted by it a little bit, if I'm being honest. As a concept and as a joke, it was funny. Like they were making Patrick sing Keisha Cole or something like that. But as a serious thing that somebody's getting profit off of, who it doesn't look like the artist, who doesn't sing like the artist, can never really perform unless it's on the screen. Or like a hologram.
It's not real.
To me, it's like I don't want to aid to literally creating another Black Mirror episode. Like this to me feels so backwards. And it's creating. It's like the same thing with the Hollywood when they were doing their first AI actor. They had a whole strike. Yeah, you remember?
No,
that?
I did not.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
All types of actors in Hollywood were on a acting strike because they were trying to do AI actresses and actors, and they still are. And also, it's just like there was a couple other things where they were, but yeah. So it was like it's similar to that, but like this time, Timbaland literally made an entire AI label.
I saw that.
And to me, it's just like, what are we doing? Like, are we really about to have simulations and robots replace humans? Like we didn't see, like
all those movies,
and
I, Robot,
about
everything.
This stuff, and we're just playing into it. Like it didn't ruin civilizations and other timelines. Like, anyways, I don't like it. In short form, I don't like it.
I think it's insulting not only to the artist but to the consumer. Because it's like they think you're dumb enough to just take it. Like just
that's
here.
An interesting
like
take.
Just here, take it. Like these people will be. You know, like they'll take anything we give them, and I don't like the fact that because we need human connection now more than ever. Like with just all the chaos and everything, just we need that interaction and like to go perform, see people live. That's how you actually build community connection.
What would that even look like for an AI musician?
But you see, they did the Tupac hologram.
Oh, they did.
Like some years ago.
Yeah, but I just don't like that. But we know that's fake.
Yeah.
Like that's to pay homage to someone. Like that is a remembrance. That's not an actual take it seriously artist. That was a one-off type of thing. Yeah, I don't like it.
No, I think it's more targeted towards the kids. Because for sure, because we're around the same age, so growing up in the transition from playing outside to tablets, we didn't have like tablets. It was just the first generation of iPhones, and then maybe like you had like a Sidekick or whatever. But we had,
I wanted a Sidekick so bad.
We had real life without technology. But now these kids, they just have technology. They're kind of integrated with technology. Like 2-year-olds have tablets. So to them, it's just stimulation. Because I know we feel overstimulated, but to them, it may just feel like a necessary part of life. And I think that's why to people that have kids, you got to be important about taking the technology away for a second. Make sure that you're raising people.
They don't need it.
They don't need it
they
at
don't
all.
Need technology.
They need their parents.
Honestly, in my eyes, this is a hot take, but I don't think a kid needs to have technology until they go into school because they're going to teach them in school.
Yeah, for sure.
They're not even teaching cursive anymore. They're not even teaching like old school clocks. They're just doing digital clocks. Like they're not teaching any of that.
Yeah.
So they're going to get all of that in school. So as far as like foundation and blueprint of a kid, you should not be having them on their screen 24/7 unless it is something that is aiding to their regulatory levels. Like I know autistic children, they use that when they're overstimulated to kind of come back to a regulatory state.
Okay.
So that's the only time I've like seen like true benefits of screen time. A normal child, or not, I'm not gonna say normal child, a
divergent.
Neurodivergent.
Ain't that what they call it?
No, it's like someone who's not on the autistic spectrum, I'll say, having like 10 hours of screen time or 6 hours of screen time a day. That's insane.
Yeah, that's a lot.
As a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, that's insane.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah.
I think it all comes back to community. You need more community.
And we're in a society where they are trying to make us more individualized
I was
than
gonna
ever.
say individualism.
And it makes us not even know what community looks like, because once community is in front of us, we don't know how to act because we don't know that everyone has flaws.
Yeah.
And accepting those flaws creates community.
Yeah.
And I think people are so on the bandwagon of these standards and
things have to be perfect all the time.
Have to be perfect when the person that's creating these standards is not perfect. No one is perfect.
Yeah.
It's not fair to put people on a pedestal when we're literally humans.
Yeah.
Like we're not. Some people might have godlike features or tendencies or attributes, but we are humans. We are in vessels. So it's like you can't be treating somebody like they are literally a god.
Yeah.
Because it's unfair. It's unfair. Because at the end of the day, we have freedom, we have free will, we sin, like we lie, we cheat, all of that. And if you expect somebody to be perfect, they're gonna fail every single time.
For sure.
That's an
That's a lot of
unhealthy
pressure.
expectation.
That's way too much pressure.
Oh, it's way too much pressure. Way too much pressure. Yeah, I do think like with the community conversation, I think there's so many opportunities for community in this society, and it's overlooked. I find so much community nowadays, like Vamanos, what I was telling you about, like that's a great community. Music community in Detroit sometimes can be a little off-putting to people, but I found my little niche. But there's so many opportunities for community. It's just like I think people are a little closed off to it. Yeah. And closed off to the work that goes into it.
What do you think goes into it, like building it?
Building it truth, acceptance, consistency.
Definitely.
And probably...
I would say vulnerability too.
Yeah. That comes with truth. Yeah. Definitely vulnerability, I would say, is over a lot of those, because it's just like you have to be open. Yeah. And being open is vulnerable. Because
I think it's hard because we're all trying to live up to an algorithm. Like you look at Instagram and everybody thinks they got to be perfect. I'm guilty of it too. I think as artists expressing ourselves, it got to be right. The video got to be right. It got to be quality. It got to be this and that. And I think that transfers to real life, to where you meet people and you want to be this perfect person. You want to hide your flaws and kind of run away from whatever that reflection is.
Flaws are so freaking beautiful. Like, show off your flaws. Like, your flaws are what make you individualized. And that's, if somebody doesn't appreciate the flaws that you have that make you a whole being, then they're not part of your community. Yeah. Like, that's just how it is. But it's like, I think it's so disheartening when I've just seen so many people get heartbroken and get hurt time and time again because they were vulnerable and they showed that side of them and the other person was just not receptive. Yeah. And it's just, it breaks my heart. And it's happened to me before, like for sure. But I think people are uncomfortable with accepting flaws of other people, because then maybe that means that they're not perfect themselves.
I was gonna say that, like, because when you see other people being vulnerable, it may trigger you to be like, okay, well, I'm holding up this perception and I don't want to be seen as that, because for whatever reason I think that's weak or not cool, or maybe I shouldn't be that.
Which is so backwards.
But it's like, you ain't got to be perfect.
No, you don't. But I will say, like, for a while I did think like you just touched it, you thought you had to be perfect. I did think I had to be perfect because of how I was conditioned growing up, and being just being a woman, we always feel like we have to be on point and 2 steps ahead of everything all the time. So it's just like you get conditioned and you get put into that system that wasn't even something that you created. It's something that was created centuries ago.
An algorithm.
Yeah. And it's like, it's the tale as old as time. As long as, if you don't do the self-work, you're going to always be in that hamster wheel. Like constantly wanting the validation, constantly wanting to be loved, and not actually looking back at yourself and seeing, oh, I'm not perfect, and that's okay.
Yeah. You got to love that. You got to love that imperfect version of yourself.
Yeah.
What do you think is a starting point of like that self-love journey for anybody that doesn't know right now?
First step. That is so hard, because everyone's journey is different. But for me, I'd say my first step was, I hate to say it, cutting off and running away from things that I thought were for me. And seeing what sticks, like seeing what actually serves me. So like, say like it's a certain environment or a certain, say a coffee shop I love or a certain job, like distancing myself from things and seeing how I feel when I'm not around them. And then when I go back in them, how do I feel? You know, that was actually really big for me, I'd say, like being not around certain energies. And then when I'm back to my, you know, regulatory type of energy, like how do I feel?
What makes sense?
And then like, how do I feel when I go back in?
Yeah.
And usually in the beginning stages of my, because the healing journey isn't ever, it never changes.
Yeah,
it never
ends.
I mean. No, but like self-discovery, I'll say, the beginning of that was big for me. Because I was in a crossroads. I was unsure of a lot of things. I was unsure of a lot of people in my life, and distancing myself gave me a lot of answers that people, things, jobs couldn't give me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I saw a video about alignment, and the girl was talking about you have to like who you are in somebody else's story.
Yeah.
So if somebody has this perception of you and they're constantly like talking about living up to it, if you got to live up to this, but that doesn't feel like you, and if that person doesn't accept who you are in your story, it can create conflict. And now that's where those toxic relationships, those heartbreaks come from, because you're trying to be vulnerable. You're trying your hardest to open up to this person because you want them to value who you are in your story, like who you truly are, especially if you're trying to get to that point. But if they don't like that for whatever reason, or maybe they have an idea of perfection that they're holding you to, because they're holding themselves to perfection. They feel like you should be perfect, and you kind of showing flaws is challenging what they think is reality, or like that paradigm, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you don't like that, like the energy, you got to pick up on the energy, that discernment you talked about earlier. If I don't like who I am around this person, I can't be around them because it's too big of a challenge.
Oh my gosh, that's so real.
Yeah.
That's so real. It's like you can visibly and physically feel when somebody is changing your aura.
It's like a cellular reaction.
It's so weird.
You get chills and everything.
Yeah, and it's like there's like a saying that's like, people always remember how you make them feel. They might not remember what you did, but they remember how you make them feel. And I'm a firm believer in that. Like
kids, for sure.
Oh yeah. That's their blueprint.
Yeah.
Like if you make them feel a certain way, or somebody makes them feel a certain way, they remember that, and they don't even know that they remember
that's
that.
how a lot of our reactions, that's where a lot of our reactions come from. Like seeing people from like childhood, it's like, I don't even remember what you did, but I know I didn't like it.
Isn't that so strange? Like the subconscious and like the spirit, just like they are able to register that before your conscious self can even fathom what happened. Like that's so interesting.
They're always watching and listening.
Yeah, it's so interesting to me.
Growth. I want to talk more about like just the growing. I'm about to say, don't let them get cold. Growing. Where do you want to grow to next? Like, where do you feel like this next phase of embracing where you are, what do you think is going to take you? Or what do you hope is going to take you, I should say?
I don't really hope. I kind of am just living in it. I'm doing what I feel is aligned for where I'm at. I obviously have so many goals and in music, but I've noticed I do better when I do one goal at a time. So right now it's like the performance, and then the competition I'm in, and then the album. So those three things, those are what's keeping up my time a lot. But in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, okay, a year from now, like, what if I was on this show? Or what if I was opening up for this person? But I can't fixate too much on that.
You don't want to focus too much on that.
And because I'm not in the present. I'm not seeing or watering what's right in front of me, because if I don't water what's right in front of me, I'm never going to get there. You know? So it's like, right now, those are kind of the things I'm focusing on as far as smaller goals. But there's always so many other goals in the back of my mind that I want to get to.
It's good to have those key ones though, because those keep you talked about stress earlier. I like having goals that keep me stressed, like deadlines, quotas, things that, like things that put me under pressure, because even through my own creative process, I learned that operating under pressure makes me get shit done. Have you heard of Parkinson's law?
Oh, tell me.
It's like the amount of time allotted for a specific, before a specific task is the amount of time it's going to take to get it done. So if you give yourself 2 weeks, a week, if you give yourself a week it'll get done in a week. If you give yourself 2 weeks, it'll get done in 2 weeks. But it's all about the amount of time you put on it. So it's kind of like, I like put myself under a constraint.
Okay.
That way I can, maybe I don't get it done all the way, but you know, I'll get further than trying to set it out for a month. So I like that stress and those deadlines and everything.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, it's such a tacky saying, but it's real. It's like pressure makes diamonds.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It literally, if I will say I do procrastinate sometimes.
Definitely.
Because,
big on that.
Like, when you have so many things that you're doing and you have so many goals, it's like, I call it like my brain like nulls out, where I just kind of like
it's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming, but in the moment it doesn't feel like you're overwhelmed because your brain just kind of like shuts off for a second because it has so much it's doing. So for me, when I feel like I'm like disassociating in a way, I have to be like, okay, wait, I'm doing too much. Let me back up. What am I needing to do in the next like week? And like you said, I like that law because it's like it gives you kind of like a scaled down type of look at like, okay, I can do this time frame, I can do this in this time frame, and not just I have all this I need to do in a weekend. And it's like it has to be done. Like, no, it's a good way to like literally go
give
insane.
yourself structure.
Yeah, it gives structure. It gives more, but it's like it doesn't sound like it's an aggressive type of structure, which I like.
Like not military level, but just like some chill. I know what I need to do. Let me just get it done, order it out.
And then it goes back to the self-accountability. It's like, do I get it all done? Or do I give myself a little bit of grace and like make sure it gets to a certain percentage and then do the rest later? It's like up to you.
How good are you at that? Like holding yourself accountable. How good are you at that?
I've gotten a lot better at it. Whenever I feel like I'll say betrayed myself, or betrayed myself, even if it's a tiny way or big way, I tend to have counsel with myself. So I will write about the thing that happened that I know I betrayed myself in, and then I'll talk with myself about it, and then I'll like look in the mirror and like do like a couple of affirmations, and I just keep it pushing, because at the end of the day it's like, where am I gonna go? I can't go out of the body.
You gotta face it.
I have to face the fact that I betrayed myself. I like tried to sneak around my own mind. Like, I don't know how the heck I tried to do that, but
it's like that escapism you talked about earlier.
It's escapism. Yep. I have to kind of bring myself. I mean, I'm a Pisces as far as zodiacs. I don't know if you're into zodiacs.
A little bit.
We're the dreamers.
Okay.
So it's like sometimes I have to reel myself back in because I get into the clouds a little too much. So that's like a constant battle of like escapism, and also I can be very real, like very much of a realist. So it's like that duality is very interesting.
Okay. Pisces, that's the fish, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like with like the yin and the yang kind of thing?
You could take it as that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the yin and yang is kind of like sometimes visually shown that way, but usually the two fish have the same. There's no black and white. It's usually the same type of colors. But yeah, what are you?
Sagittarius. I don't know too much about it though. What do you know about it?
Sagittarius. So one of my best friends, shout out Devin. She is a Sagittarius. You guys are just very driven. You're very passionate.
Definitely.
You know how to be opinionated, but you're also very empathetic.
Okay.
Sounds about right. But also, you guys sometimes get too stuck in tunnel vision on everything you need to do on a daily basis, so you forget that other people exist.
I actually just had a conversation about that because I'm a Sagittarius and I'm an only child, so so it's like double down on that. But I was telling the homie, I'm like, I have a bad habit of not reaching out to people, and it's not out of like, oh F you, but it's just you forget. I'm here with it all the time, even like doing this now and just everything else. I'm just there. So it's like I'll think about somebody and then I'll reach out to them, but a lot of times I'm just not thinking about it, and I have to come back and be like, damn, I haven't talked to my cousin in so long, or I haven't talked to like one of the homies in like a long time. Let me have a conversation. But then there's other times to where it's like, I just don't feel like it. I'm so focused on this. And I like that balance as well, to be able to be like, I'm gonna take some time away and kind of isolate myself, because that's kind of where I'm comfortable at. I'm trying to find that balance.
It's definitely a Sagittarius thing. I do the same thing. I used to get offended by that, though. It's so interesting.
By what?
by like when people wouldn't like respond to me or reach out to me for so long. But now that's a situation where I took myself out of it, like my ego out of it, and I started to see, I was like, actually, this person has all of this going on. Like, why am I feeling some type of way that they literally forgot, because they probably forgot to eat lunch. They probably didn't even have more than 5 hours of sleep last night, or their grandma's in the hospital, or stuff like that. It's like, it goes back to what we were saying earlier. It's like you never know what somebody is dealing with. And so that particular situation, this is me being self-accountable. I had to say something. Like, I used to get offended by that, but that's part of like the self-growth that I had, where I'm just like, why would I wouldn't want somebody to get mad at me when I'm forgetful about that. I don't mean to be, but it's part of that capitalistic mindset.
You want what you want.
It's like you're always going, and sometimes it's hard to shut it off. But it's nice to hear from people that you haven't heard from in a long time that get it. They're just like checking in. Like, I love checking messages to death. They're my favorite because that person just gets it. But
I'm gonna start sending those out.
It goes such a long way, because for me, I do it when I'm literally thinking of the person. Like, if I think of somebody that I haven't talked to in a really, really long time, and I'm thinking about them in that moment, I'm like, I'm gonna text them, because I know I'm gonna forget, and I know there's a reason why that person. I'm very spiritual, so if that person comes to my brain randomly after so long, I'm gonna reach out to them.
You gotta act on it.
Like, there's a reason. There's a frequency that's coming to me that is telling me I need to talk to them, or I need to at least send something out to them.
They're probably thinking about you.
Maybe. I don't know.
It'd be like that.
Or maybe they just needed that energy, you know? But have you ever heard of like the ear ringing theory?
Yeah, I get the earrings all the time.
So that means people talking about you, or they're thinking about you?
I've been getting that a lot.
Yep. Either somebody is talking about you with another person, or they're like heavily, like almost daydreaming about you type of thing. That's how, when it gets really strong, that's when that happens.
Oh, wow.
It's also when there's other things to it as far as energy. If like something is coming, there's certain things with the ear ringing that can be kind of
I'm gonna look it up.
Transmitted through.
I gotta see what that's talking about, because I get it like random. I got one on the way here actually.
The scientific thing too is like if you don't drink enough water too, but we don't need to be scientific about it. We can be spiritual about it.
Putting me hip to stuff.
Yeah.
What do you want to be 5 years from now? Ultimately though, you like don't limit it though, like all the way there.
5 years from now? How about 5 minutes from now?
5 minutes. No, facts.
5 years from now, I want to just be happy. I want to be happy with what I'm doing, who's around me. I want to be at peace with it. That's like the biggest thing. I don't have like somewhere I really want to be in 5 years. I just want to be at peace and happy with what I'm doing, and that's it.
What does peace feel like or look like for you?
Peace is acceptance. Peace is
self-acceptance?
Self-acceptance, and being around, if I am around people, being around people that accept me. Peace is listening to music. Peace is honestly, peace is isolation at some points too. Just being like okay with being still and like feeling like a breeze on you, or seeing an ocean, or being in a forest or something.
Simple things.
Something super simple, and like just being. Just being. Just being.
Being present.
Being just being. Like, not even just wanting to be present, but just being there. Like, just being. And not worrying about anything else.
Is that hard now?
Yeah. I have to have my like scheduled like isolation things, because if I don't, I'll definitely like what's the word?
Like
burnout.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll burn out if I don't. It's interesting because before I couldn't tell, but I can tell when I'm getting the brink of like almost burning out. So when I get to that point, I'm like, ooh, nope.
How do you notice
staying
it?
In tonight.
Because I've been noticing like the slippery slopes in my life. So it's not necessarily burnout, but I get to a point where I notice things are moving in the wrong direction. And I've started to pick up on like the little cues, whether it's like a lack of discipline, something as small as eating something that I know I shouldn't eat. And then like days later, I'll notice it's led to something that I shouldn't have done, or like something off of the direction or off of the path that I was on.
So usually, for me at least, when I'm doing that type of stuff, I'm escaping something, or I am, in a way, disassociating and kind of just in autopilot. So, and those are forms of a disassociation when you're doing things that you normally don't do. Or like, you're like kind of just doing things like that you wouldn't have done on a normal basis, I guess I'll say. Like when I'm like just doing stuff just to going through the motions type of thing, that's me going in autopilot, and that's close to burnout for sure, because your brain is starting to get overstimulated, and it's also starting to get overused. And it's kind of like if you could see like if there was like a motor going, like say there was like gears and everything going in here, and you could see like the smoke going out because it's overworked. Like that's when it starts to get to that point. When burnout happens is when everything just shuts down because it's too overheated. You know
How do you come back? How do you bring yourself back from that?
Me, I like to do it with isolation, and then I like to do it with preparation. Like as far as like if I feel like I'm really getting overwhelmed or I'm getting stuck and disassociating a lot, I write things down because I know I'm going to forget things. When you start disassociating, you forget everything.
For sure.
You forget everything. If someone is having a conversation with you, you forget everything. Yeah. Because your brain is literally in fight or flight mode because it doesn't know what's going on. Because it's so overworked, it's like, I don't know what to do.
It's like you notice yourself, like you said, noticing yourself doing things you don't do. I went through that recently. I had like a week where I was just like out of it. And I would like leave the light on or like leave the refrigerator door like open. And I'm like, bro, I didn't do that. Yeah. There's no way I did that.
So, you're getting. Yeah. So I would do for me, I would do the writing. I would do the step back and isolate. Okay. But also, it's really important to like do something that just makes you feel
like you.
Yeah, exactly. Like something that makes you feel most connected to you or your inner child. Like for me, it's like getting a really good laugh from like an old show or listening to music that really makes me feel something. Or honestly, just like calling one of my best friends and like talking and laughing.
Yeah, just talking and laughing.
Stuff like that, like things that make you feel back to yourself and ground you. Like when you're disassociating and you're getting to burnout, grounding is like the biggest thing. That's why I say like isolation, preparation, because it brings you back down because your brain is like
all over the place.
The fog is literally, you can't see through it, you know? So I'd say like those are a few things to try. Everyone is different though.
I like what you said about the inner child. Is that something you've been working with like a lot?
Yeah. For a while, I was ignoring my inner child. I didn't realize how important it was to water that.
Yeah, for sure. And you got to maintain that connection.
Yeah, and I was reflecting on that for a while, and I realized, like, if you're ignoring your inner child, you're ignoring your foundation. Yeah. You're ignoring the blueprint of yourself.
And that's how you get lost.
That's how you get lost. And the blueprint of myself is goofy. It's loud. It's opinionated. It's sweet. It's generous. It's wanting to be friends with everyone and everything. And like some of those things you gotta refine a little bit. But like for a while I was ignoring her because she was too much for people that were around me. So
that goes back to what you were saying about the acceptance.
Yeah, I diminished her for a while because I was like, okay, if I just kind of
tuck her away for a second.
Tuck her away, I'll be enough, or I'll be just.
I'll be what these people want me to be, or what the world wants me to be. Yeah.
Like and for me, it was like, I don't think I could ever do that again because I was literally just slowly dying.
It's almost like reinstilling trauma. We all go through trauma as kids, so it's like when you ignore the child, it's like a second layer of abandonment, and it's like basically telling the foundation of who you are that you're not good enough.
Yep.
And then you find yourself lost trying to be what these people want you to be, and it's like everything you need to be is right here. You know, everything you need to be. The person that is perfectly imperfect is already inside you, but you're ignoring it.
Not even like it's like you're ignoring it, and you're not allowing it to grow. You're not allowing understanding. You know, because there's so many things that people go their entire life not healing. And just thinking that I did a month of work, I don't need to do any more healing for the rest of my life. Like, no, you need to be doing discernment all the time and connecting with that blueprint all the time.
Your roots.
Because if you don't, you're gonna be disconnected, and you're gonna get lost again, and then the disassociation is gonna happen. Then you're gonna go off the rails, and like you're not gonna be who you're meant to be. You're not gonna reach that divine path for yourself.
You're gonna be out of alignment.
Yes, absolutely.
I learned about like reparenting the inner child. So thinking about what you may have needed or what you may have missed out on, or what you need to reestablish in your life right now, you got to give that to yourself intentionally, whether that be through a more paternal perspective, like a discipline, or like a maternal perspective in terms of nurturing and caring and giving yourself space to be emotional, and finding people that can accept those emotions fully, you know, because you don't want to go towards things that are limiting you or stifling you, you know, because it's difficult, because you know that you're lying to these people, and they may pick up on it, and then people take advantage of you, you know, it's human nature. So it's like you're trying to mold yourself to somebody who's just using you for whatever they can use you for right now.
And it was so hard knowing I was lying to people. You get a certain sense of like guilt for yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're just
it's
like,
fake.
I'm lying and I'm saying I'm okay. I'm not upset. I'm happy. Like I'm lying about my emotions because I don't feel safe to like tell somebody. And to me, it's just like that feeling, just the buildup of that.
It makes you break down. It makes you break down. That need to be perfect. I think like 2 years ago, I had like a period where I was just like, I'm trying to be perfect, but it's not working. Like I don't feel good. And
what made you feel like you needed to be perfect?
Childhood experiences, like kind of like abandonment for a second, but then realizing I had found myself in a space to where I wasn't doing what I wanted to do, and trying to live up to these, you know, just being a people pleaser. And I had to get out of that because I'm trying to do things in a way that I feel that these people will like. You know, I wasn't all the way full within myself, so I felt like I had to go and be something that somebody else wanted me to be. And I was like, that doesn't feel good. Even though like I have this person, it doesn't feel good to me. That goes back to what I was saying about not liking who you are in somebody else's story. If I'm out of alignment with myself and I know it, but you're satisfied with me, then I'm going to start to resent you and like, resent myself.
That's so real that you acknowledge that, because I think so many people, I'm gonna stare at the camera, so many people get into relationships unhealed, and it does so much more harm to themselves and to the other person than you can ever imagine. And I've been one of them. And
we
it's
all been
like, I think so. I think everyone's had that experience. Like, and it's because we live in a society where we feel like we need to center relationships with other people in a romantic way. And not center relationships with ourselves and other people in a platonic way that isn't possessive, that is strictly just about connection. And that was another hard pill to swallow for me, because I noticed I was centering that romantic, physical type of relationship.
And you lose yourself.
Yes, you lose yourself. You lose yourself completely, and you find that you are attached to something or someone, and you don't even actually know the person, or you don't actually see the person. I won't say you won't know the person, but you don't see the person.
It's like a construct that you're attached to.
You see a certain picture of a person that you think is them.
Or you want to be. You want them to be.
Yeah, but it's like, if you're not actually seeing yourself, how can you see someone else in a romantic and really deep way, you know? So it was like a very hard pill to swallow when I realized I was centering that type of relationship style. But I really hope like people I don't know, maybe in the future people will start to center themselves and center just like connections in platonic ways. But
I think we're moving back to that place.
You
I
think?
think people are more on the self-discovery. People are kind of thinking about,
that's true.
what do you want to do? Like, what is
Yeah.
your purpose? I think a lot of people are big on purpose right now.
Yeah, I think people are big on purpose. I hope people do the work to find that purpose, and it doesn't just stay surface level, because it's like so much deeper than saying I'm trying to find my purpose and doing the work
Yeah.
every single day. Like as far as like grinding, going out to your job or going and performing and like going to the studio or going and painting like 5 paintings a day, but like really doing the research on yourself. Before
Introspection.
anywhere else. Yeah, before anywhere else, doing the research on yourself.
Yeah.
Because self is the root of everything that is you. You
It's
know?
all everything else is a reflection.
Yeah.
And I think I found myself frustrated with people, but I had to be honest and be like, the reason I'm frustrated with them is because I do the same thing. Like I had
you saw yourself and
yeah,
then you
and it
got
was
mad.
like, yeah, and it was like, oh my God, but
shoot.
then it's like, dang, I do the same thing, so I can't be mad. But
Oh my gosh, that's happening.
Yeah,
You ever
a
heard the
lot.
saying of like when you're doing the healing journey, you start to see past versions of yourself,
Yeah,
or you
for
start
sure.
to see yourself in other people a lot more.
Yeah.
And you're like, dang, I was like that.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it's like it's frustrating, but you also gotta have empathy with it too, because it's like
Absolutely.
they're just where I
Absolutely.
was at a certain point.
Yeah, but it's just like it's so strange seeing it.
Yeah.
It's like you're looking at a past version of yourself.
Because I don't think we see ourselves enough. And I think, especially with trying to be perfect, I don't think we notice that we all have quirks. You know, like other people will point it out to you, like your best friend will point it out to you, like you do this a lot. But you don't think about it, like because it's just a natural response for you. But it's like, dang, this person really doing that. And it's bothering me.
Yeah.
But it's like, I do the same thing. Like I got a homie and we both struggle with being late. Like I'm bad with time, he bad with time. But it's like, dang, I can't be mad at him for being bad with time when I'm bad with time.
Yeah. I had to do that the other day.
Yeah.
I had to do that the exact same thing the other day. Absolutely. It's like, then that's part of like taking your ego
Yeah.
out and seeing the logic of it, like taking the emotions and everything out and seeing the
We're
logic.
going through the same things.
Of like, bro, I was literally just 20 minutes late,
Yeah,
like
facts.
10 days ago or a day ago or something like that. Like I can't be mad.
No, you
know?
can't.
So,
We are human. We are trying
and
to
that's part of building community
figure it out.
too.
Yeah.
Like that's a close person to you,
Yeah,
so
for
you
sure.
guys accept each other.
Yeah.
And that's building community.
It's funny when you look at it because everybody, you talked about the flaws. Everybody has flaws. And it's like, if I can accept yours and laugh about it,
Yeah.
I like when people are able to joke about the things that you may be insecure about.
Yeah.
Because you know it comes from a place of love and it's like,
Yeah.
I really love that about you.
What's a flaw that you accept about yourself?
The time thing for sure.
Yeah.
Stubbornness. I'm very like stubborn, like
Yeah.
headstrong in what I want to do. I think those are the two biggest ones. Stubbornness. I don't know. I'm still working on it. What about you?
Wanting to be perfect in what I do. Like, that's definitely I'd say is a flaw in mine because nothing is perfect. And then like, a flaw is not giving myself. Yeah, I mean that's part of not wanting to be perfect, but not giving myself grace. I've noticed I can be very hard on myself.
I think as artists we all are kind of have
as
that.
people, like we can be very hard on ourselves, and we don't realize that our body is working 24 hours a day. Our spirit is always around, like constantly doing stuff. We are moving at like 20 hours a day, 16 hours a day, so, you know, like always moving every single day. We're constantly going through forms of trauma. We're constantly going through change, having to adapt, having to deal with everything going on in the world. Like being kind to ourselves is like bare minimum.
Yeah.
You know, like I think if more people were kind to themselves, they'd be able to see the world in a different way, in a way that's more
Open to them?
aligned, open to them too. Yeah.
Find themselves in spaces that fit them.
Yeah, more aligned with what they want and everything. Because when you're mean to yourself, I've and I'm sure you probably said some mean things to yourself too.
I'm big on that though, like not to cut you off, but like the speaking, the self-speak. I get on the homies about that, like
self-speak
none of that,
so
none of that, my dumb
important.
self, none of that. Like I'm this, I'm that. I do not.
It's so important.
You gotta nurture. You gotta pour into yourself.
Because the moments you like, say you have like 3 days in a row where you're just on yourself, that starts becoming a pattern.
Yeah.
And then you're starting to teach yourself, oh, I'm okay with this type of treatment.
It becomes a part of your identity.
I'm treating myself this way. And so you let other people treat you that way, and it's like, that's not cool.
It's not acceptable.
No, it's not.
It's not gonna move you to where you want to go.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, self-love is the best love.
What flaws are you trying to overcome?
Both of those, and just self-doubt. Like, even though I am sure of myself a lot of the time and confident, I'm still human.
Yeah.
And like having self-doubt is definitely a very human trait.
For sure.
But the self-doubt in a way of like, that comes from seeing what other people
Comparison.
In my thing. Yeah, comparison is the killer of joy.
Yeah, for sure.
1000%. And I have to stop myself sometimes and be like, why am I comparing myself to somebody who's literally so awesome in what they're doing? Like when I'm doing a completely different thing because they're getting something and I'm not, like that's strange to me. So I have to like snap myself out of it.
It's human
and be
though.
like, it is human to compare, but it's just like, I don't like the feeling it brings.
Yeah.
It's like,
it kind of creates a little bit of competition.
yeah, and for what?
Yeah.
Like people don't realize there's so much room at
for
the
everybody.
top of whatever you're going to, whatever pyramid you are trying to get to. There is so much, people do not realize there is so much room in any realm, any branch, any path that you want to go. There's so much room. The competition thing is so old.
Yeah.
We do not need to be in constant competition with each other. I'm all for like a healthy competition when it comes to sports or something.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
that's
When it's
great.
necessary, when it's called for.
When it's necessary, yeah, when it's necessary for sure. Like I love dance competitions or something like that. But like when it comes to like foundational, like trying to get to a destiny, we gotta stop.
Yeah. I tell the homie all the time, like, bro, it's no competition.
Yeah.
It's just, we need to focus.
And I think some people take that as an insult when somebody says that. It's like,
it sounds like you're diminishing anybody else, but it's like, it's really more about embracing. Like, going back to the topic, finding your voice and being able to speak what you do, like how you said, it's more than enough room for everybody to go do their thing and celebrate one another. We can all, you know what I'm saying, have our space, have our time, have our opportunity. But in terms of there not being any competition, it's like, there's only one you. There's only one me. There's only one of all of us, you know, and we all have a unique gift. Some are similar, but they're all meant to be expressed in different ways. So it's like, just work on that. Just work on getting it out there in whatever way you can and living in a way that is fearless, or to the best of your ability to be fearless. Because, you know, we all got fears. We all scared of something, but just try to live as authentically as possible. And you'll get to where you want to go.
Absolutely. I love that.
What's one thing that you would like people to be able to take from this, or your story?
One thing I would want people to take from this is like, just be kind to yourself, learn to understand yourself, and like go along with the journey with yourself. Like, don't leave yourself along the way. Like, don't lose yourself, you know? Like, you're on the journey with yourself. So you have to be with yourself the entire time. Don't leave yourself on the side of the road, you know? Like, be present in the entire way with who you are. That's the biggest thing I would say.
What does that look like? Because I've never heard anybody break it down like that.
Like I mentioned before, where it's like the betrayal of yourself or your beliefs. Like for me, as far as like my core beliefs as a person, based off of everything I've been through, like my foundation of who I am is very important to me. So down the line, if someone were to offer me $1 million for a record deal, but I have to, no offense to all the women that show their skin and everything, but for me, that's not for me. I don't want to have.
It's not where your values are.
I don't want to have my cleavage out. I don't want to portray that. That's not the image I want. if someone were to offer me that, I would say no, because I would be leaving myself behind.
Integrity, yeah.
And I would not feel connected to myself. I wouldn't feel like what I'm doing is in my purpose. Because for me, even though that's $1 million that I'm putting down, there's going to be 5 million. There's going to be a stadium tour. There's gonna
for
be,
you being you,
Yeah, exactly. Because when something is destined for you, the universe will conspire everything it can and will to make sure you stay on that divine path, as long as you are doing everything you can and are willing to do to be on that path and get to your divine legend. Like, if you don't stay aligned in that, the universe is just going to keep throwing shit at you.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what are you doing?
That's what you're putting out. That's the frequency you're putting out.
Exactly. So it's like, when you're giving in to that divine path for yourself and staying true to it and not giving into that temptation, everything will follow suit.
Is that why you think people kind of like spiral, like disassociating themselves from who they are to get to a certain point?
It could be. It very much could be. I think there's a lot of levels to spiraling. I think that spiraling is very emotion based, and emotions that can be either absent of self or so indulged in yourself that you just spiral, because it's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when you get so hurt by something or so offended by something and you just start to spiral, like all the emotions start pouring out. To me, when I think of spiral, I think of the ultimate like emotions just coming out, and you're just like doing things when you're crashing out type of thing. So it really depends. I think it is possible though, for sure. But
Okay. I like this. This is fun.
This is a great conversation.
Definitely.
And great fries. Are
they cold or hot?
Doesn't matter. They're Coney Island fries.
Okay.
Leo's is the only Coney Island, I feel like, franchise in Michigan that has 1 million locations. Nicky D's has a good amount. But Leo's, I feel like,
El
it's the only
George's
one.
too.
El George's.
Yeah. They around here?
I don't think there's any other. There's probably some other franchises that I can't think of.
I mean, it's a lot of little mom and pops. You know, they kind of spread their wings.
So this is your favorite Coney Island?
Yeah, it's sentimental more than like, I don't eat like Coney a lot, but like I was telling you.
I don't think anyone does.
No, it's just, it's for the moment. It's like you leaving a club, leaving a party, leaving a basketball game.
My gosh, yes.
Like the booth, like the other one has a booth, that's where we saw sit at. So like deep, we have people pull up chairs, tables, and it just be like 10 of us.
Do you ever like, I do this a lot, I like blink and I see like a memory of something, like
yeah, for sure.
You blink and you
for
see
sure.
yourself, like,
you can feel it. Like, remember the laughs, remember we were talking about, and then like the Snapchat memories, I got those be popping up. But yeah, though, it's just, it feels like home, which is why I wanted to make it the grassroots type of thing. Yeah. All my friends, they can see it. In terms of finding the voice or embracing the voice, I think that one, I love what you're doing, like embracing your talents, your unique gifts, with purpose and intention. I think everybody needs to get to that point, although it can be hard, because there's a lot of challenges, a lot of things that the world is constantly throwing at us, kind of trying to keep us off the track. But I think that if we are intentional about getting back to that point of like, this is who I am, and then finding the courage to just be that, you know, that's what I want people to take from everything that I do, everything that I put out, everybody that I bring on. Like, these are all people that are embracing their gifts, whether they're scared or not. Like, I get scared about a lot of the things I do, but I understand that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I think about the inner child, and it's like that version of me probably would really enjoy the person that I am now, which is like, wow, yeah, for sure. Like, I use a lot of like childlike themes in my stuff, because I think, it's like that connection, that's how I'm pouring into it. And I think that that's what people need to focus on. It's like, who are you? And speak from that perspective, and then express whatever you can, and whatever medium you choose, that's what the world needs. Because if you have the gift, God gave it to you, so let's make use of it.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you coming on the platform, for sure.
Thank you for having me.
It's been an honor.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank all of you for watching. It's been another episode of Grassroots, Season 2, Episode 2. We're gonna keep the ball rolling.
Yes.
Thank you again, Miss Rose Thornberry.
I was about to say.
It's been great having all you here. Thank you for all the support everybody's been giving us. And we'll keep turning up. So I am Nick Johnson, AKA your favorite cousin. And if I haven't already, I officially welcome you all to the Purple Era. I will catch you on the next one.